Okay, so this is problem number 32 from the test 3 study guide. So it's asking us to, given this function, f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 over x squared minus 2x minus 15, it wants us to find the following, and if none exists, state none. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and factor this, so nothing in the numerator can be factored, but our denominator, we have our x squared minus 2x minus 15. Well, two numbers that multiply to give us 15 and add to give us negative 2 is going to be negative 5 and positive 3. So we're going to have x minus 5 and x plus 3. And this is still over our 2x minus 1. Alright, so the first thing that I like to do is before I do my domain, I like to start with my vertical asymptote. So that's when you're going to set these equal to 0. So we have x minus 5 equal to 0, which we're just going to add 5 to both sides. And this gives us x is equal to positive 5. So one of our vertical asymptotes is x is equal to 5. And then same thing with x plus 3. So we have our x plus 3. We're going to set that equal to 0. So we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. This is going to give us x is equal to negative 3. So again, we have another vertical asymptote at x is equal to negative 3. Now I like to go back and do my domain because it's a little bit easier because I'm solving for our vertical asymptotes. So we can, our domain starts from negative 3 and goes all the way up until, or starts from negative infinity, goes all the way up to negative 3, and then it stops. And then we need our union because it starts back up at negative 3 and goes to 5. Another union because it starts back up at 5 and goes on to infinity. Alright, so now we can move on to our wholes. So we see that up here, nothing simplifies from our numerator and our denominator, so we actually don't have any wholes, so we're going to write none. Next is our horizontal asymptotes. So for that we're going to look at our powers of our x. So we have x to the first power up here, and our highest power here is x squared. So then we have 1 x to the first power over x squared, so we're bottom heavy, so that means that we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. Now we have our x-intercepts. So our x-intercepts are when we set y equal to 0. So we have equal to 2x minus 1 over x squared minus 2x minus 15. Alright, so we have 0 equal to this whole function. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is, because we have a fraction here, alright, so we can multiply both sides by x squared minus 2x minus 15. Alright, so then that cancels on both these sides, and then when we're multiplying by 0, anything times 0 is just 0. So then we're left with 0 is equal to 2x minus 1. So then we're going to add 1 to both sides. 1 is equal to 2x. To get x by itself, we need to divide by 2. So then we have x equal to 1/2. So that gives us an x-intercept at 1/2, 0. And then for our y-intercepts, I'm going to go ahead and erase that. For our y-intercept, that's when we set all of our x values equal to 0. So if we go in here, we have our y equals, and we're plugging in 0. Alright, well then that makes this value go away, these values, so we're left with negative 1 over negative 15, and a negative divided by negative cancels. So now we have our y value is 1 over 15. So our y-intercept is 0, 1 over 15.